Well, happy 4th of July to all of you this week. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like Corbin Dallas.
See, I know. Go ahead. Finish this, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I feel like I don't even need to finish it. I can't believe neither of you have seen The Fifth Element.
Why would I watch that?
That is a great movie.
Yeah, you said. Go ahead and finish it. Please finish it. You're what?
I'm hotter than hot. I'm hot, because it is hot outside.
All right. Well,
it is.
Good Lord.
Very oppressive.
I was just walking around sweating.
So we know how Bruce is. How is Guru?
The heat is very oppressive, and it gets you when you go outside for a little bit. You come back and it's like, I just don't want to do anything.
Yeah. Admittedly, he was
in Italy.
I was not outside much today, although I did wash the dog.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to wash the dog.
Or did the dog wash you?
Michael, your job is to speak.
You're supposed to be like the very polished person of the group here.
And I'm not tonight, apparently. And I don't drink other than sweet tea. That's my...
Maybe you should start.
I knew that was coming. That's my vice.
It's like all of a sudden.
I hope all of you are doing well tonight. If you would like to be on the Hey Techies show, that number would be 256-782-5600. And if we see the little green light at the bad angle that it is right now,
Big if.
I will say, Guru, there's somebody on the phone. And we will gladly have
like a
you
cool
on.
sound effect when the phone rings, like the old school telephone.
Yeah, that's true. We could do that sometime. Yeah. Someone is calling. Someone is calling. You ever hear those? Speaking of that, you ever hear those annoying rings that people have that speak? You know, somebody's
voice.
Well, even any of them.
Yeah.
Somebody's calling you. Somebody's calling you. Somebody's calling you.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, seriously.
Well,
Seriously.
Each their own, I suppose.
Okay, for those of you
Sure, mine's annoying.
that do listen to our show, we try to have some headlines, and I have a few, and one that I will fly by the seat of my pants to come up with.
Ready, go.
From the AP, a package first suspected of sarin was determined not to have any dangerous substance inside, according to the FBI. The package, which initially tested positive in test at a mail facility near Facebook's headquarters. The initial test was performed by a machine, and the positive outcome started a 4-building evacuation. No worker or first responders showed any sign of ill effects. No comment from Facebook at this time regarding the incident. And from 9 to 5, Google had no idea that was really a thing. Google scrambles to change its developer content policy in order to ban any app that sells or helps in the sale of ye old wacky weed, including products that contain THC. One app producer has already changed their app to push users to its website for a final transaction. Google told the tech news site Android Police that app developers need to remove the shopping cart flow to outside the app, then they would be able to comply with the new policy. And for all of you Netflix people who love and adore Netflix, and you really love and adore the Netflix original shows, the 3rd season of Stranger Things hits on Thursday.
Sure does.
And you can see it.
What's Stranger Things?
It is a show that...
Do you people, live in a shelter somewhere? Good
Maybe.
Lord.
No, I don't.
Hey.
Not seen The Fifth Element. Not even heard of Stranger Things.
I live a sheltered life, Bruce.
I do know what Stranger Things is, actually. I did watch the first 2 seasons.
And
I will say this.
It's a pretty good show. It's pretty good.
He says it's pretty good.
It's very entertaining.
He says it's very entertaining. If you like dark things, then it is very entertaining.
Oh, well, I mean, sure.
Well, I'm just saying, don't go with this idea.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
It's not
gumdrops and
No, I'm just saying it. Now I will say this. I'm going to go ahead and then say this.
Say it.
There is no nudity. The first 2 seasons, none. So if you're, I would
hope not.
Well, hey.
Well,
no,
there
I
was
don't.
some pretty close ones.
It was close, but there was everybody's clothes were on. It's very. Hold on, let me. I want to finish.
Yeah.
This is not the news, by
Not
the way.
little
We've
kids.
gone to.
Yeah.
It is very suggestive at times.
Sure.
And it is violent.
Yeah.
Definitely violent and very and it can be very scary. So
Yeah.
if you're into none of that, then you won't enjoy it.
Sure.
I'm just being upfront about it.
Sure.
I haven't decided whether I'm watching the third season or not. I do not know.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm really debating.
No,
it,
I'm
but
gonna watch it.
I know you are, but I'm not sure I am. I'm just being honest.
You know, I will say there's a lot of Netflix originals out there. And I've tried watching a good. I won't say a lot of them, but a few. One recently was The Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
And I will say you need to watch the whole season before you just dismiss it. I'm not saying that you won't dismiss it after the first season.
I get that.
But like the first few episodes, I was like, "What in the world is going on here?"
With what?
The Umbrella Academy.
Oh, okay.
Like I was just like, this is like it was just the storytelling was a little different. Because like so much of it, you're like, this is something I could not watch with my wife. Because she would say, "Well, what's this? What's that?" And I'm like, "Would you just wait 15 minutes and that will probably be answered." That happens so much. But this is more like you've got to wait 2 more episodes maybe before you find out.
Is it like a superhero series? Or?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. But dark, kind of dark.
Okay, another darker series.
It's kind of dark.
Shocking. I think you could just add Netflix -dark
No.
on
Well.
Netflix series for the most part.
Yeah, I'm thinking all the ones. I've
Yeah,
watched have been
see, that's
pretty
what I'm
dark.
saying.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
Carmen Sandiego. Oh, well, that's kind of dark too.
yeah.
That was actually pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah, my daughter and I will sit down and watch that. I loved Carmen Sandiego.
Guru's ready to do
but
something over
it was
there.
different. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, there we go.
I have to stop it here in a minute because I just know where in the world is Bruce.
It's pretty cool though. The new Carmen Sandiego.
He's right there. He's
Yep.
right there. He's right there. He's right. 2 weeks in a row.
It didn't say where in the world is Bruce. It
The
just,
Bruce.
I stopped it before it said.
I will
before they
be
said-
out next week.
I like the rockapella from the
Yes.
series from the I guess it was 90s.
Yeah.
I guess it was the early 90s.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think it was
Yeah.
the 90s.
So anyway, that's our tech headlines for July 2nd, 2019.
Yeah, I didn't have any to contribute tonight.
Well, there's plenty to talk
there's
about.
plenty to talk about.
I had
That's
some
bad
more
one.
than I should have written up.
Probably the one about Cloudflare.
Hey, why didn't you write them up?
That was kind of a good headline.
What's that?
Half the internet went down today.
Oh,
I did
really?
not know that.
Yeah,
So,
because of Cloudflare.
I missed that. I totally
Ooh.
missed that. I didn't. My internet was fine.
Wasn't on the internet today.
Please share, Bruce. Please share.
Well, so I say half. That's probably
that would be hard to quantify, wouldn't it?
misrepresentation. I don't know. Probably wouldn't be. Somebody out there's got numbers.
Go ahead.
But Cloudflare went down today, along with a vast number of websites around the world, including Down Detector.
What? Down detector was
yeah,
down.
Yeah, you can go.
So the down detector
down
couldn't tell you if
detector
it was down.
couldn't tell you if Cloudflare was down
Yeah,
because.
that's pretty bad when a down
Yeah.
detector is down.
Yeah.
But
Got to have that redundancy.
so
Yep.
yeah, so Cloudflare went down, but apparently they're back up. Apparently it was not anything that I was using. If you're using Discord today, which I'm sure all those
Discord.
Discord. Uh-oh. I've heard of Discord.
you people need to get on the internet.
I-
Good lord.
I've heard of it. I
Anyways,
said I've heard of
I'm
it.
sure plenty of people that were gaming today are just using their.
It's fun, Guru.
It's not
Yeah,
fun.
quit messing with it. You're making it crickle.
Crickle, crackle.
It's like snap,
Ooh.
crackle, and pop here.
Snap, crackle, pop. There, that's better. I sound
Rice
like I was in a
Krispies.
barrel. I sound better now.
But
They had to clean my ears out or something. I don't know.
It's
especially
cleaning
all
my
these
ears
kids
out.
with
You're
their
loud.
summer vacation playing their video games.
So Cloudflare was the cause of the internet going down, or
Well, yeah, I mean they were down. That was affecting basically all their services.
that cloud was stormy today?
Yeah. So a lot of sites go through there. I was reminded last week or week before last that they own 1.1.1.1.
Oh,
Totally
okay.
forgot about that. That's their DNS. Because I was creating a sinkhole and they're like, Cloudflare owns that. And I was like, oh crap, yeah, I forgot about that.
And that's the thing that bothers me. Not the 1.1.1.1, but
How big Cloudflare is.
And has stuff continues to push to the cloud.
The free app that makes your
I mean,
internet
just in-
faster.
Just in general, how everything's going.
1.1.1.1.
You know, all these different business applications, different things.
Well, that's because so many people use Cloudflare that it's right there. You know what I'm saying?
But when they go down, I mean, it's like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, it's because you're not just affecting like, oh, this business their stuff's down. No, it's like thousands potentially of customers.
There's a lot of stuff. But that's why you should always have a failover.
That's true.
With a different provider if you're letting them host it. But as I was saying about all the kids being at home playing their video games, not being able to get on Discord and...
Yeah, they had to actually do first world stuff like talk to people.
Well, no, they probably still play the game.
Oh, you can play it without being
Yeah,
on.
I was just saying
Okay.
they weren't able to use Discord. But get ready to upgrade your graphics card because NVIDIA has revealed a new line of Super.
Well,
GeForce
I thought this
RTX
whole Google
graphics
thing was
cards.
going to not. We're going to need. We'll need a.
That's not till November.
Chromebook's all you need.
It's not till November. But anyways,
Update your graphics card.
yeah, we talked about Stadia. But
Well, I know we did. You're bring. Is this an update
yeah,
to it?
yeah. So NVIDIA's high-end RTX line is going to get 3 new additions today that they're going to call their Super line. So it'll be an RTX 2060, 2070, 2080. But they'll offer Super versions, which give about a 15% gains in speed over their
15%.
So they're probably
Talking dirty to us already
Yeah.
tonight.
so with
at the first break.
with the
yeah.
upper
Yeah.
reaches of the cards, performance levels achieving between 20 to 25% gains, depending on your rig. The 2060 will also be getting 8 gigs of memory instead of just 6. And with the 2080 Super, we'll have a superior memory speed of 15.5 gigabits per second.
Wow, that's
over
fast.
the standard 14.
Man.
And I'll bet you it's the best cards they've ever built.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
sure. And
It's
Absolutely.
the best.
Those cards will go from anywhere between $499 and $699.
Oh, that's just pocket change.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's-
I mean, when you're going to be buying a Mac, a new Mac Pro, I mean, you could
Oh,
put one of
yeah,
these. I mean, you
that's-
could add
that's
those
cheap.
in there. I
Yeah.
mean,
well,
that's
the
just
2060
just
Super
nothing.
is only $399. So the 2070 is $499, 2080 $699, and that's actually that's not bad. That's about when
Now,
you're-
does this Supra take 4 tires, unleaded gas? Oh,
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, okay, all right.
87 octane.
I'll stop.
when the Hey Techies show returns, we'll let Bruce continue with the video
Vigi games.
Vigi
Vigi
games update
games.
section
Yeah.
of our show.
That's pretty much it.
Uh,
Stay tuned.
Hey
More
Techies show. Be right back.
Lemonade.
Is that all you got to say?
Welcome back into the Hey Techies show.
There you go. Lemonade's good, isn't it, Bruce?
Yeah, it is. I was really looking for a Sprite because I had lemonade before that.
Well, it is a hot day outside.
It is hot. Yeah, actually,
yeah.
lemonade goes really good with how hot it is today.
it sure does.
So,
Lemonade, watermelon,
oh yeah,
barbecue, ice cream. Making me hungry.
yeah. Can't wait for Thursday.
Be here before you know it.
It will be. Hopefully, you got all your stuff ready to go.
Really?
Bet you Bruce does.
No.
Bruce is always ready.
Yeah, that's right.
So if we get one of these cards, these video cards, our gaming experience should be off the chain. Is this correct? So,
that
they're
is
saying-
what they're saying. So they claim.
So you'll be the envy of all your gaming friends.
You would be.
Okay.
Actually, I mean, it's not a bad deal because
I'm envious of you.
the
'cause I know you've
2060
already
is $350 and the 2060 Super is $399. So
the Supra.
the Supra card from the
How much
Nvidia's
is how much is the Supra card?
$399 for the 2060.
Oh, that's a good deal.
It is. It's not a bad
Especially with
deal.
the gas prices right now, Michael.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
a Super. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
man.
Absolutely.
It may get 20 miles a gallon, but hey, gas price that's pretty good for
Yeah.
$3.99 investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So, did you hear about ICANN eliminating the .org domain price caps?
No,
No.
Yeah, they are.
I haven't kept up with that,
Yeah.
that kind of news, unfortunately.
Well, .org and I think it was .info. They're going to do away with the caps on those, and I could see how that can be, especially for an .org, because those are for nonprofit businesses.
Yeah.
Now, let's be honest here. Some of those nonprofit businesses make plenty of money.
But there's
They
some
just
that
have to spin it, but there's
some that
plenty
don't.
that don't.
Yeah, that's my concern.
And that
They're
can
doing
be
away with the cap on
how much it costs to purchase or
all right.
re-register or maintain that
Great.
domain.
That's excellent. That's awesome.
Who's getting the money? That's my question.
Well, I mean,
So basically, the sky's going to be the limit.
yeah, but I mean, I just don't know. Maybe there's not such a cause for concern here, because the .com is where it's at. That's where.
Like,
No, I get that.
Yeah, that's why we're HeyTechieShow.com.
That's why it's the
Right
bomb.
now.
The bomb.com.
That's right. The bomb.
It's not the bomb.org. So,
Well, it's I guess a good point.
That's the fundraising arm of the bomb.com.
yeah.
A good point to this is, this is going to remove the limitations and maybe see what the marketplace will yield from this. How much something's worth based on who will pay for it. Yes? No?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, that's what it sounds like to me. If they're going to remove the caps of what it would cost to register a .org or .info, am I understanding that right? Is that correct? Or keep it?
But like if you have a .org or you're getting a new .org that no one has currently, you're paying a certain price to register and or renew that. And you're saying, Bruce, that the caps are going away on that.
Yeah. So let me.
It's one thing if you have one registered and you sell it to somebody. That's different.
This is the reason why, and this is on Ars Technica, and we'll have it in the show notes
when I get the link.
You will have it shortly. I don't put it in there until I'm done. That way I know.
I do have some of the links. I'm impressed.
So why did the organization do this? ICANN is trying to standardize its contracts with domain registers. Over the past few years, ICANN has approved new contracts for a wide variety of new top-level domains. It says GTLDs.
Okay.
Many of these can run by for-profit companies, and their contracts don't limit the prices they can charge. ICANN would like to standardize all those contracts, and that means modifying the .org contract to more closely match those for domain names like .pizza and .ninja. I want a .ninja account now.
We have those top level domains?
It's a GTLD. It's not a. I forget what the G stands for.
General.
Let me look this up. I feel dumb that I should know this. A generic.
Generic.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was my third guess.
It wasn't my third guess.
My second guess was Google.
So, there you go. That's the reason why they did it.
So they're just basically putting them in line with other generic dot accounts. Like you gave to .ninja and .pizza.
Yeah, that's what they said.
So those are true top level domains.
I want a .ninja account.
Bruce.ninja. Better go get it now for somebody else gets it. I wonder if it's available.
That's what I'm looking.
Oh my god!
Gotta find this. Is great.
Now I have to do the show, folks.
Yeah,
it's up to me because these two are trying to find their name in .ninja.
Oh, it's taken. Bruce.ninja's taken.
Oh.
What about HeyTechieShow.ninja?
We can probably get that.
It's with S's.
But I've got something while Bruce is going off on that rat hole.
Yes.
So we talked about this last week. There was some 15-inch MacBook Pros from 2015 that were recalled.
Right.
Well, there's some more. You were mentioning like, well, how many is affected, and it must be this, it must be that. We were a lot of speculation, especially from said one chief techie, Michael.
A lot of truth saying is what I heard.
So some more information has come out. So
right.
According to according to this Mac Rumors article, that roughly 432 potentially affected MacBook Pros were sold in the United States and 26,000 in Canada, according to a joint recall announcement from the Consumer Product Safety Commission and Health Canada. And as of June 4th, 2019, Apple has received one report of a consumer accident and no reports of injuries in Canada.
Ooh.
But there was also,
there's a .tech.
But the U.S. Product Safety Commission has indicated that Apple has received 26 reports of batteries overheating in affected notebooks, including 5 reports of minor burns and 1 report of smoke inhalation, as well as 17 reports of minor damage to nearby personal property.
Well, there you go.
So, I mean, it's 432,000 MacBook Pros affected by this recall, and Apple's, again, asking consumers to stop using affected MacBook Pro models and contact the company to initiate a replacement. And note only the mid-2015 MacBook Pro is part of this program. Identify your Mac and say, we talked about it in the show last week. Click the Apple logo top left corner about this Mac, and it'll look for mid-2015 in the window that opens.
Mid-2015.
Yeah. So I think we checked yours. Yours is more current vintage than that.
Yeah, what did we say?
Mid-2019. I don't know. It's mid-2019 right now.
Early 2015.
Okay, so you're good.
It's a Retina, 13
Concerning
inch.
to me that I can buy a .army.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Hey,
Really?
Techies.army. We can have the Hey Techies Army.
Right. All one person.
Yeah.
Call Micah.
And a .air force.
Hey,
Wow.
they're trying to raise money any way they can.
I did not realize Google had domains. You could purchase through them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've been lately buying.
Where have you been? Under a rock or something?
Well, I've lately been getting my domains through Hover. I kind of moved away from my previous registrar.
I forget who I use.
I've been using DirectNick forever.
DirectNick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's where the Hey Techies show was.
Oh, okay.
HeyTechiesShow.com was
I'll have
registered.
to pull it up and see through. I don't know.
But anyway, there's a little
get
follow
money.
up. So, there's a good many. 432,000 is not an insignificant number.
No.
And I hate it for those that have had burns and property damage
So
and laptops catch up.
432,000 is an estimate of those affected
Yeah, by the recall.
by the
yes.
recall.
And there were 26 reports of batteries overheating.
Now, yes, 26 reports.
Yes.
Now, my question is,
What's your question?
well, I wonder how many of those are no longer in use, like they went bad. I know we don't know that. We don't know that number.
You don't know.
I know we don't know the number.
That's probably based on what they manufactured. So,
Correct, yeah, sure.
So some of them may already be out of circulation.
Right.
So if you got one and you just got scrolled away like in the
Now, the
closet,
question
go
is-
see if it's
Yeah.
affected.
Do you buy a refurb if you find one? and then turn it
I'm sorry.
real quickly?
I'm just thinking of
Now people are going to...
social engineering here with some of this stuff.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I can buy a .army and I can buy a .air force. I can also buy.
I can't see it.
Well, yeah, that's right. I got a screen protector on there. We won't talk about it on the show.
Okay.
The .tech one. How easy would that be? That'd be very easy.
Yeah, let me see it.
Okay. By the way, it's premium.
Yeah, but it's only like, what was it, $72
I
a
see
year?
it, yeah.
I'm sure I could generate more than $72.
Probably.
But anyway, but yeah. So,
Oh, no, I'm sorry, $540 a year.
But back,
I could still produce more than $540. Probably from one hit.
So...
BruceNinja.com. You can get that.
Bruce Ninja.
Dot com.
Ninja.
.com. You can probably get that too.
BruceNinja.ninja. What if I could get Ninja.ninja?
Oh, I'm sure that's gone.
But they'll say, but is it Ninja? Is it BruceNinja.ninja.com?
Ninja.ninja.
oh, well, shocking. Shocking.
But is that Ninja.ninja.com?
Com.com is gone
Yeah.
a long time ago.
I wonder if Ninja.ninja.ninja.
But that's always
That's a
but-
subdomain. You can't buy that.
Well, you never know.
You can't buy a subdomain.
It's
You're the
invalid.
subdomain.
Well, you'd be surprised. Some people that have sold domains you've been able to register.
You're right. I don't know. I assume you could.
You shouldn't be able to.
I don't see how.
So if you like
could.
a subdomain of HeyTechieShow.com, they are for sale. Not really.
No.
That may be a good revenue generator.
Like
No.
the subdomain for people who don't know would be like shop.heytechieshow.com. That would be a subdomain.
Yes, I know. I'm just being funny.
I know you know, but if somebody's listening and don't know what we're talking about, like
We need-
for instance,
So is that something new?
Jacksonville State University, my.jsu.edu, my is a subnet.
Sure.
Is a subdomain. Sorry.
That's right.
That's
Or
right.
gym. Or anything dot then a domain is a subdomain.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to educate.
Just trying to educate.
Right.
I hear you. So I got something else to talk about.
Wow, that's what we're doing here.
Okay. I know if you had anything. So this came out of news last week. We've talked about this on the show before, and this is aviation related, so please stay with me. It's tech. It's about the computers on them. So we talked about the 737 MAX. It's been grounded since, was that March?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was March. Well, Boeing's been working on trying to fix their MCAS system and get approved by the regulators, FAA and others, so they can start, these people that have the airlines can start flying them again. Well, something else has come up. So there's yet another setback in this whole 737 MAX gate, I guess we can call it.
What's that? The doors won't stay on it now?
No.
Is that not it?
So apparently a statement from a U.S. regulator has confirmed, this is from The Verge, without elaborating that, quote, the FAA recently found a potential risk that Boeing must mitigate, citing two sources familiar with the matter. And Bloomberg is reporting that, quote, data processing by a flight computer on the jetliner could cause the plane to dive in a way that pilots had difficulty recovering from in simulator tests. So some sort of scenario got set up in a simulator, and it was, proved very difficult for the pilots to recover. And it's the root cause is something that the flight computers were doing to kind of, I guess, instigate that or cause that.
We're talking about how they paid programmers $9 an hour.
No, I don't think we have. $9 an hour?
That's the claim.
Yeah.
Wow.
There is a claim.
Subbed it out.
Well, that is the claim.
They went to GitHub.
But
oh, Lord.
But in fairness, you've got to say the other side of the story.
Code for me.
Boeing claims that those individuals that they see
found all the bugs. I'm going.
Boeing claims that those individuals were not working on the software for that project.
Well, of course they're going to claim that, even if it's true or not.
Maybe they work on the IFE, the little touch screens.
But you're automatically assuming that's not true. That's facts you don't have in your pocket.
Sure, but I'm just saying I don't trust either way.
I'm not saying I do either, but I have no claim to state otherwise.
Right.
I can claim that they paid programmers $9 an hour.
Yeah, but we don't know what.
I didn't say what they were.
And that might be more than the people around them make in the same city.
Maybe.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
But back to this. Boeing has...
He's like, whatever.
Boeing has told Bloomberg that it does agree with the FAA's finding and is working towards resolving the newly discovered safety risk, which is happening alongside a more expensive software redesign.
They'll pay them.
That has been in the works for 8 months. That's the whole MCAS. So
yes, the MCAS. Yes.
So
Bruce, go back to looking up domain names.
No, check this out. So Netflix
737max.ninja. We need one of those out of my day.
I'm not sure if
But
I would even
Netflix-
hire that one or fly on it.
Netflix has
MCAS.ninja. There you go.
Netflix
There you go.
owns so many, or at least these are unavailable. It doesn't show who own them. I'm just seeing what's available.
That's not a surprise.
There's a Netflix.soy that's available.
Oh, really?
Soy,
Yeah,
like
.soy.
SOY.
SOY. There's Netflix.pub. PUB.
That's not taken?
No. One I'm going to get to, you're like, how is that one not taken? Netflix.ink. So ink, I guess. And then this one's what surprised me. Netflix.live is available.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
How much is somebody wanting for that?
$20 a year.
Oh, my goodness.
But look at all these that are unavailable. Like, they have probably bought up every single one.
Netflix.live
is available for $20 a year on Google domains.
Huh.
I guarantee you, if you bought that, Netflix was hours, you're domain squatting.
Yeah, that's true. You would have to come up with something. I would think they would have a good case for.
Yeah, I'm just saying, can you pay me $40?
Yeah.
You're gonna win this, but I'll sell it to you. But really, like, that is one of those things.
I would think that
and
would.
a lot of this too. What people will do is they'll sit there and watch for these big companies
Right.
that miss
Right.
re-registering their stuff.
Correct.
Who was
Oh,
that
yeah,
a couple years ago?
Aniston.
It was huge.
No, I think Aniston lost theirs one
Did
time. Or
they?
something like that. And one of the, it was the, I don't remember how, something to do with the city of Aniston, I think lost theirs. It was some kind of big deal at the time. if I'm not mistaken.
Well, this
it was
like
not the Aniston Star.
Yeah, this one was like a big company that I'm thinking of.
No, what was that about? That's been several years ago, and now my mind.
It may have been something for Google that the guy was just kind of like.
No, somebody.
He actually. I mean, he ended up not being malicious about it. He called him and was like, "Hey, you've got a problem. I now own all this stuff, and I could totally redirect all this." And
right. Well, that'll never happen on Google. Give it a. They've paid for theirs forever, for eternity.
But Netflix.live, that blows my mind that one's available. So what did we say?
I don't know. What did we say?
737 Max?
Anything.
.ninja.
Dot anything.
MCAS.ninja is available. I checked that one.
Yeah, it's available. Exact match. $19 a year.
There you go.
Go ahead and register that one, Bruce.
Oh, I'm sure.
We won't stop you.
I'm sure that will be a cease and desist order quickly.
Is there a 737 Max crash?
Oh, don't. Please don't. Don't go.
Oh! It's unavailable. It really
That's
is.
terrible.
I didn't know
Does
there was a crash.
Does it redirect to CNN?
No, but and I need to re-register that.
Okay, well, when the Hey Techie Show
First, get it wrong.
returns, we will try to get off this silliness and get on to more silliness so that you can laugh at tech. I have more fun when we do. Hey Techie Show. Be right back. Welcome back into the Hey Techie Show. And that phone number is 256-782.
5600.
If you'd like to be a
guest.
No. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
guess
are
we wanna be a
guests.
guest. Sure. If you'd be a part of the program, we would gladly have you on.
Absolutely.
And you can visit us at HeyTechies with an S, show.com.
So 2 S's.
You should have reserved the TECHY.
Hey Techies.
I think that's too. I told you
How.com.
No,
Hey Techies.
Hey Techies.
no, it was too
How.
close to something
.com.
else. There was something else.
Okay.
I couldn't do that. There's another company like overseas or something.
You
that has
couldn't
something
get
like that.
HTS.
No, you can't get that.
You probably get
Dot
HTS.
Ninja.
You can probably get .ninja.
I could now.
What if it's HTS.podcast?
Dot Pizza.
Is there a is there a dot podcast?
Let's look that up.
Yeah. We
I'm
can sit
surprised.
all night talking about domain names.
That's all we're gonna do.
Yeah, we were
apparently.
going through this. I was like,
Apparently,
man.
we're really down a rat hole now.
Oh.
There's a lot of them.
So save us, Michael. Save us.
Well, did you know that Sprint and T-Mobile are still trying to merge?
Yes.
Yep.
And apparently, there is a story out. Let's see. DOJ and T-Mobile reportedly have reached a rough agreement on merger.
Oh, HTS.show.
T-Mobile
There you
and
go.
Sprint. HT.show.
HTS.show.
Why do we want to do
Hey
that?
Techie Show.show. HTS.show.
I know what it yeah.
Oh, we were looking for .podcast, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
He was.
So tell us about this whole DOJ stuff with the merger. T-Mobile and...
According to reports, the DOJ is still concerned with completion. It focused on the 25% drop from 4 major U.S. carriers to 3 that would happen if the merger closes.
HTS.guru.
The agency fears
you
would allow prices to rise throughout the industry. That is the fear, they're saying.
Need a
The theory,
Christmas gift for
according
me.
to this article from Phone Arena, and reading from the article again, the theory is that by selling Boost Mobile and some spectrum to Dish Network for a rumored $6 billion, Boost would be able to keep Verizon, AT&T, and the new T-Mobile in check as far as pricing its
How about we just don't
concerned.
merge these original companies? How about that?
How about we break
Sprint and T-Mobile just need to be separate.
them all up?
Let's see, T-Mobile.
I don't know. I think they're almost at the point that they can't stand
T-Mobile
separately.
T-Mobile already agreed to divest itself of the prepaid wireless provider, freeze prices for 3 years following the close of the deal, and build out its 5G network to cover 97% of the U.S. over the 3-year period.
Wow.
According to this tentative agreement, it's a rough agreement. So you guys think that
I
this
think they
is
need to add, like, let's do like the crew of Hey Techies, like free phones and free service for 3 years.
I'm sure they would, but that wouldn't keep us on the air because then we couldn't be on this station.
I know. I'm just being funny.
Or
What
tell
were you
anybody about it.
I'm just
What were
being
you saying?
funny. I'm just being funny.
He's saying that to help this whole thing out, they could give free phones to the Hey Techies show staff.
They could.
Yeah, but that wouldn't.
I know, but I'm just being funny.
That's not true.
No, it is true.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
No, it's just,
No.
no, yeah, it is.
I get free stuff all the time.
Not based on this show. I can guarantee that.
Absolutely. I get tons of
Oh,
of love from fans.
Correct, right? Yeah. Hey, look, I would just take hate mail at this point. I mean, questions at Hey Techies Show, any hate mail you want
Bruce
to
just Bruce has trouble getting out of town because of all his fans.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah, he cannot tell
Please,
anywhere where he's
step
going. His
aside.
itinerary must be
Yeah,
kept
it's gotta be
safe.
kept safe.
Yes.
He gets slammed everywhere he goes.
Speaking of getting slammed,
Yeah. Did we ever find about Dodd Podcast? Is there even?
yeah,
such-
there's not.
Okay. Surprised.
Facebook,
actually.
at this rate, Facebook is going to be going out of business.
What?
German authorities.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, folks. That's haha. Continue.
They have fined Facebook
pennies on the
$2.3 million.
pennies on the dollar, right?
Yes,
Two
That's
point
a re-
three pennies.
underreporting complaints about illegal content on its social media.
That's a rounding error at Facebook. I
Two-
mean,
$2.3 million.
That's a rounding error at the drink machine.
That is almost like Austin Powers when he's like
Yeah.
1 million. They're like what? And he's like, and then the reverse that 100 million bajillion gazillion bajillion dollars.
Yeah.
So yeah,
$1 million.
$2.3 million bucks.
2.3 pennies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
It's something they could find in the couch cushions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hold on, we'll pay that.
Yeah.
Hang on. Wait a second. Okay, here it is.
Yeah.
Reach
So-
in the couch cushion.
Well, you know, the way Facebook's looked at, and sometimes rightfully so, they'll be seen as taking that from the janitorial monthly party fund, I'm sure.
Okay.
Their janitorial staff.
Okay.
The way those tech firms are looked at over there. So, we'll
Sure.
see. They are. They are.
Well, I'm sure they have offices in Germany.
They might very well. I have no idea if they have offices in Germany.
I'm going to say they do.
Is there German Facebook? I guess there is. All written in German.
Except you got to say Facebook.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just like that.
Say that again.
Facebook! I don't know. I can ask somebody.
Let me record that. Say it one more time.
Facebook! Hey, I need to find out. That is a good. If I don't, of course, I'm off for a little while from work, so I don't know whether or not I'll remember to ask the person I should. You know how Facebook is Facebook pronounced like Facebook in German, or is there
Well, it's probably just Facebook.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Because, yeah.
Do you not ever watch shows in different languages when the
No,
commercials
I
come
do
on?
not.
They'll be like, say blah 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 blah, and then Walmart.
Yes, I do know that. That is true. That is true.
The only words you understand is
But now
the
wait a minute.
Walmart or
No, wait a
whatever.
minute. My name Michael is pronounced different ways in other languages, and then over here
Sure,
it's
because it
Michael.
originated probably in different languages.
yes.
And many foreign Asian names apparently translate to Bob or Jim when they come over here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I've
Gotcha.
seen a lot of that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm just
Learn
saying-
something new
I'm
every
just
day,
saying.
folks. Learn something new
Well,
every
that's
day.
what I've found out in my life.
Oh,
Facebook.
That's in German.
You're so full of it.
what's Facebook in German? Facebook.
No, that's
I know something in German. Facebook.
Facebook.
we're having way too much fun tonight.
Oh, man.
This is what you should expect from a show like this, right? Oh heavens! You can tell it's the summer because
We're out of control. No, not really.
Well, I'm trying to save us
Well,
here.
one thing here, real quick. Go ahead.
Facebook.
That's French.
Okay.
Facebook.
No, it's said by
Just like you've had too many glasses of wine.
no, it's said in a French accent.
So,
Facebook.
we're coming up on the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 launch and landing.
Oh, I've got some news on that.
And
It totally happened.
It did.
that's not what I'm talking about here.
Okay.
So the Mission Control Center, or the room that it was called Apollo Missions Operations Control Room 2, or Mocker 2.
It's a mockery.
It's been undergoing a $5 million renovation
Yes, I've seen
to restore it back to the way it was during the Apollo era.
Right, I've seen video of it. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it is. And there's Ars Technica did a story on this. They've got a lot of photos. You know, they're getting ready to do, formal ribbon cutting, but they took all the consoles, sent them off, had them refurbished, and
Right.
because this room was used for part of the shuttle era, so they had to convert some of the stuff for the shuttle.
Oh, you know what?
But they're getting this thing back to the way it was during the Apollo era.
There's actually a company in Huntsville that rebuilt the moon buggy,
Okay.
and it actually works.
Buggy.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember what else they did with it. Somebody, who was it that I know that their son was working on it?
I don't know, but don't say their name here.
Well, I won't. I'm just
Okay, good.
can't remember. Somebody was telling me they said their son was
Wow.
But
working on it.
but here's the-
Company
That's
up there,
cool.
and
I will say this though.
I want to say it was Polaris that did it for them.
Okay. But back
That sounds reasonable.
But back to this restoration of the Apollo Mission Control, $5 million was spent funding the restoration, and most of it was donated by the city of Webster, which is the Houston suburb where Johnson Space Center is located, and another $500,000 in funding came from the general public via Kickstarter campaign.
Okay.
So
Kickstarter campaign.
So this wasn't. I don't think very little, if any, government money, from NASA's budget was used, which is good. I mean, it was, and part of it was donated by the general public through Kickstarter.
Okay.
But yeah, let's look through these pictures. We'll put this link in the show notes, and this link is already out there. Michael, you're welcome. But it's just real neat. I was looking through these pictures, like, man, wouldn't have been something to actually been in that room during one of the Apollo missions.
Would have been something.
I mean, some of the smartest people on the planet
At
were
the
there.
time.
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
amazing.
at the time.
I mean, but what they pulled off back then with the technology they had,
Bloodborne.
I mean, the technology, like our little smartwatch has got, infinite, not
Sure.
infinite, but I mean,
No, I mean,
hundreds, if not thousands of times more computing power than what they used.
and the next one they make is going to be the best one they've ever made.
Oh, it will be. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But considering what they had back in the 60s,
Correct. Absolutely.
I mean, it's amazing they pulled that off.
right.
Anyway, I just want to throw that in real quick.
Well, in adding to that,
Yeah, go ahead.
Guru, did you know that the moon landing footage was accidentally sold to an intern back a while ago for $218?
What?
Yes, and now those tapes are on auction.
Like the original tapes?
Yes,
Sell for millions.
yeah. They say that the auction is they believe will go up to $2 million on the bidding for the
Wow.
tapes, and it was an accident.
Wow.
Supposedly.
So
The
a
tapes,
$200 investment.
according to the article
Wow.
from CNN.com, the tapes were sold by accident to NASA intern Gary George in '76, who purchased a set unknowingly among 65 boxes of videotapes at a government surplus auction.
It's one of those, just a big lot of stuff.
Now, according
and-
to this article, he sold most of the tapes to local TV stations, but he held on to 3 of them labeled Apollo 11 EVA, July 20th, 1969. Real.
Why were they getting rid of that stuff?
It's apparently it was an accident.
Wow.
And now he has them, or I don't know. I assume he's part of it.
Yes, I mean he's the one.
It's
getting
up for
Sotheby's to
it's
auction them off.
for up for auction from I guess
starting at $700,000.
Sotheby, Sotheby.
Yeah, Sotheby's.
Sotheby's. Yeah, that's where the auction is.
Man, that's wow. This is wow in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Think
Well, at
of-
least they weren't lost, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's good, but wow.
Here's
Wow,
what-
they weren't
here's,
lost
Here's,
either.
here's what I want to read you guys and see if y'all got the same thing I did. Let me say. Okay, let's see. Whoever purchased the footage will join an exclusive club of viewers. George watched the tapes once more to digitize them and save them on a hard drive.
I hope it's backed up.
No, that's not my first thought.
I mean, he owned them.
That's not what I'm getting at.
Isn't it like public domain?
He
This
digitized
government?
them.
He's probably kept a copy if he digitized them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He kept a copy, but
But they're not going to be the only I mean, it's not, you're like selling
but
them
he's
for the
getting
original.
he's there. Somebody's buying the
I get
original
that.
reel.
I get it.
That's the original.
I
reel.
know. I know.
Well, they like it's the
I
only
guarantee
copy out
he's
there. I
kept
guarantee
it.
you that stuff's.
Yeah, you probably find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
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 Well, no, I think these were the ones that were done there. Like, I know what you're saying. Yes, that's true. That's true. They say that the quality is found to be faultless of these tapes.
I'm sure they're pretty good.
Looks pretty good here on YouTube as well.
I know it's on YouTube.
He's got it at 4K.
All of his 4K.
I would be interested to know if
1080p.
I would be interested to know if the footage has things that does not have. Is what I'm getting. at.
Aliens.
No, I know it has those.
Oh, conspiracy come out of the walls.
Yeah,
Do
I know.
your bidding.
Well, there's no doubt.
There's aliens on
oh
those
yeah,
tapes.
absolutely, there are.
You have to bid for it.
Yeah, you'll know when you buy it.
You'll know when you buy it. There could be aliens on here.
Buy it and find out.
Why have we not gone to Mars? Because there's Martians on the moon.
Okay. Yeah.
We're waiting on the Romulans to come protect us. Or the Vulcans.
Well, do we got time to get in another story?
We got about
One more.
We got about a minute.
Go for it,
and
Bruce.
some change.
We're going into our dose coming up.
Dose. So Samsung CEO calls the Galaxy
Samsung.
Fold embarrassing.
What?
Well, okay.
So
Tell
we
me
all know
something
about
else.
the-
Tell me
how is
something-
that news?
Tell me something else I don't know.
He is. Well, he's the one that he's kind of finally come out and admitted it. That it's embarrassing, but
Yeah, you think?
But
they still plan on fixing everything. The CEO says we're going to fix all the mistakes, and they're looking to hopefully get it all worked out by the next iteration.
Have they said when, like a time frame?
Chinese by their next iteration. So you're thinking like a year. So
This
Chinese
first iteration, they're like,
rival
we're just gonna
Huawei
chalk it up and say-
also unveiled a phone with flexible display and also delayed the launch. And maybe Apple is paying attention so they don't follow suit.
That's gimmicky. I'm sorry. The foldable display is gimmicky.
I don't know. Maybe.
what did the CEO say about it? It was
It was gimmicky
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
and gimmicky. Embarrassing.
Dude, the notes are going to be out there. Just
No,
hang on.
what are you talking about?
You talking
No,
about
no,
the
I
notes?
was typing something else. I was just trying to remember I was trying to remember exactly what he said. That's
He said
all.
it's shameful.
Yeah, shameful.
They have brought shame on Samsung for the next
Well,
thousand
now he
generations.
needs to be careful because I'm not trying to be. I don't mean to be insensitive here, but in that culture, that brings some serious,
It absolutely does.
sometimes some serious.
Using the word shame can bring some serious consequences.
Yes, consequences. Thank you for helping me with the word. That was trying to-
Sometimes self-inflicted.
that is correct. I don't know. That sounds just concerning there. a little
Shame,
bit.
shame. Samsung CEO.
I don't know.
I think he bears the responsibility.
Probably. Hey,
is what he's saying.
Hey, Techie Show, our
Dose
coming up next. Welcome into our
Dose.
of the Hey Techie Show. Bruce is busy down a rat hole that I guess I started.
Yeah, it's all right.
So anyway, I hope everyone is doing well this evening. And
I am.
Guru is still doing well. I know I
You
can't.
just can't get your words out
I
tonight,
can't. I
Michael.
can't, Guru. I don't know what's going on.
I think you've been on vacation
One
too long.
job.
I had one job, right? All right, I'm going to do some headlines real quick to get it out of the way for an hour dose segment. From the AP, a package first suspected of sarin was determined not to have any dangerous substance inside, according to the FBI. The package, which initially tested positive in a test at the mail facility near Facebook's headquarters, The initial test was performed by machine, and the positive outcome started a 4-building evacuation. No worker or first responders showed any sign of ill effects. No comment from Facebook at this time regarding the incident. And Google scrambles to change its developer content policy in order to ban any app that sells or helps in the sale of ye old wacky weed, including products that contain THC. One app producer has already changed their app to push users to its website for final transaction. Google told the tech news site Android Police that app developers need to remove the shopping cart flow to outside the app. Then they would comply with the new policy. And in news for Netflix goers, you may be aware that on July 4th, the third installment of the popular series Stranger Things will be live on Netflix.com.
That's I had a joke, but I forgot it. Oh well.
And if you did not know, pardon me,
I did not know.
Several companies, including Microsoft and Coca-Cola, are doing promotions for this series, and one of those promotions has got people puzzled about Microsoft. They have got an ad out that promotes Microsoft Windows 1.0. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Have not seen
And
that.
it looks like old logos and the old style of Windows. And then Coca-Cola has the new Coke label on there. This is all, this series is from the 80s. It's set in the 80s.
So it's kind of a throwback.
The series is set in the 80s. Yes.
Well, they got some accuracy then, I guess.
Well, I will say this. As I said in the first hour, I'm still not sure I'm going to watch the third season, but it's very dark. But
I want to watch it just for that. No.
But the other thing is this, Guru.
Okay.
They do a great job. I will admit this. If you are a fan of the 80s, you will be amazed at how accurate the coverage of what was in the 80s is done. It's from clothing to every incidental thing, from bicycles to things that are on bicycles, from tape decks.
So very authentic.
It's extremely authentic.
Well, good. That's awesome.
We talking about Stranger Things?
Yes, it's extremely authentic
Oh,
of the
yeah,
80s. Man. I mean, buildings, vehicles.
I might have to watch a few episodes this
styles.
You haven't watched it at all?
weekend. No.
Hey, look, that's fine. Stop.
I'll Bruce. This. Never mind.
It doesn't matter. All I'm getting at is the.
It's a good show.
I wouldn't put good in it, but okay.
He's watched 2 seasons.
I didn't say it was good.
But you've watched
He's just wasting.
But he's
his
watched 2
time.
seasons though.
I said it was dark.
It's a good show.
But you watched 2 seasons of it.
It is entertaining.
Okay, I'll go with that word.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
Okay.
Bruce says it's good. I don't like using that word with things that are dark. I think if the word is good is something other than dark. But that's just me.
Sure.
Everybody has their own way.
Say Webster probably describes it differently.
Probably does. Probably does. Well, anyway, that's the news I have on that. And we hope you're having a great evening. And we left you. What were we covering just before we left? NASA. And then whatever Bruce brought
Apollo
up.
11 coming
No,
up.
Bruce brought up something at the very last.
Oh, Samsung.
Samsung, yeah.
Poor old Samsung.
And their foldable phone fiasco.
Shame.
Well, I know we've talked about it before, but how serious say you, Bruce, that there will be a successful foldable phone?
I think give it a few more years. I think it'll happen.
Okay, let's say that's true. But will it still be something that people are interested in? Because now they know about it. So if it takes 2 years to get something foldable viable, will people still have a...
Depends on how it's executed.
Yes.
I'm telling you, man, if it's executed well and you get it in the right reviewer's hands and you can create the media spark with it, and people
Marketing,
say,
marketing, marketing.
man.
Yeah, I agree.
You
I know.
market it, and you say this is a must-have. Like here are things that you can do with it.
It's $2,000.
So-
It's $2,500. But hey, so what? You pay for it over 7 years.
Yeah. So it's kind of like when the iPhone came out.
Oh yeah.
I think everybody was already looking to do those things that the iPhone was immediately like, this is what I can do. It's finally, everybody's like, finally what I've been wanting to do with my phone
Mm-hmm.
for at least 2 years.
Right.
You know, at that point, everybody's like, why can't I just get on the internet with my phone and have my music on my phone and do this on my phone?
Right.
And Apple's, it kind of sold itself. It's like, hey, here it is. It's got a nice screen.
Mm-hmm.
Touch it. Goes to the internet. Does all these things. Plays your music. You can, it consolidates things. So right now, what I think a lot of people would like to be able to do with their phone is, or at least maybe I'm thinking this, is that it can be my computer. It can be everything.
Yeah, I know.
I can just lay it down on something, and now I can use a keyboard, mouse, and a monitor.
Correct. That has been tried, and
Or if I'm out somewhere, I can just pop it open. I've got a big enough screen that I can work on. I don't have to have a laptop with me. I don't have to have a tablet. It's all just fold out, boom, it's there.
right.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. But
We're
it's just got to be ergonomical and practical.
We're starting to get there with some of the tablet stuff, but
Yeah,
it just depends.
I agree. I mean, I think the iPad is probably good. It has become in like the Surface.
Yeah.
Those two are not really comparable, though, in reality.
Well, it's different experiences.
Yeah,
And I agree with both. It depends on what you're after.
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Like with the Surface line, they're actually
yeah.
it's full Windows. No matter
Yeah.
what the device is, it's full Windows, which that's definitely a plus for people who want that experience.
Well, yeah.
But if that's not important to you, then maybe an iPad is better.
I tell you what, this is the way I look at it, and you guys may not look at it this way. Pardon me. If you're exquisitely an app user, go get an Apple product.
Exquisitely or exclusively?
Both exquisite.
Yeah,
exclusive.
maybe I should say. Maybe I'm not saying the right way.
I mean,
And
you're
that
not
wasn't
going
the
to
right
do
term,
you're not gonna
exclusively. But
do, like,
actually, I
if
was
you're an-
thinking of another term. And
if you
you're not
want
going to be doing After Effects on an iPad, at least not for a few more years.
they do have something similar to that.
Can you do After Effects on an
They
iPad?
claim they've got some Adobe products on there. They claim. I don't know how well they work, but that's not what I'm.
Okay, you're not going to do rendering, right?
Well, I don't think so either. But now that iPad Pro is pretty powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doubting it is.
No,
but it's
no.
not going to be your workhorse,
I wouldn't think so either.
but it's definitely
what
going to
I'm
be your.
getting at is that if you are, I'm sorry, app eccentric. That's
There you
what I
go.
meant
App
to say.
eccentric, yeah.
I said the wrong word.
I can see how people are that way.
If you're a
Though.
very app eccentric person, like you really just like the touch and feel of the way apps work, then get a device.
I don't think you're going to have much of a choice
no.
soon. Everything's moving to an app,
Well,
or
that's
it's in
true.
a container.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And I can't say I disagree with it.
Well, on a security purposes, it would be a good thing. As far as everything could be sandboxed in its own app.
Until you
what-
give it permissions to everything else.
Right, until you give permission to everything
This
else.
app needs permissions for everything. Sure.
Yeah.
Just work.
That's all true. I don't know. I mean, I've often said it's going to go that way eventually.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just don't. I just still think there's going to be for a while at least, a segment that needs an OS. It's got. I mean, more.
Well, it's all OSs.
No, I'm not talking about that. I know what you're saying. You're right. It is. I meant a full blown.
Like what we have in front of us.
Right. A full.
You have Mac OS,
a full blown
Windows,
OS.
Windows.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not to say that there won't be one day an app OS that is does everything you want it to do. Similarly,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. I wouldn't. It would be silly to sit here and say that's not possible. Of course, it is.
Oh, it is possible. Yes.
The question is, can a company or will a company want to make their money only on that? I mean, that would have to be the solution to me, because they're going to have to make a huge. They're going to have to make a huge profit on that one thing, to for that to be it.
For what? An app?
Yeah, no, a whole
Probably the platform to
platform to only be apps. Like, I mean,
So kind of like.
but I'm saying
iOS.
I'm saying for Apple to do away with the Mac OS, there would have to be a real shift in all thinking to only be an need iOS.
I think they were pushing that way.
they have been, but I don't think that's going to work out for a while.
But I
is all
think
I'm saying.
there's certain things though that you can't really do in iOS. Certain.
Well, you can't right now.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Well, right. I know what you're saying. I agree, and I agree totally with you. My question is, I think. Well, no, it's not a question, more a statement. I think it's going to happen. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
I just can't.
I agree with you there.
I can't
It's going to be
predict it.
quite a while.
Yeah, I think it will have to be. First of all, I know an example. In my own family, my wife has moved to a different position, and they have an app that they use on an iPad to do something that they do, fill out information. And she said, and this could be, and I think part of this is the product they're using is older, I think. She says it's annoying to use at times, the way the app works. It doesn't work. She ends up writing stuff on a paper and then go back and put it in the computer because it doesn't work effectively a lot. It's hard to click on things. Sometimes you mark multiple things.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I haven't seen it, so I'm
Just make it native web and.
Yeah, right. Well, I know. I don't know. I don't know if it's the app or it's the device or a combination of the two. Because you have those things too involved in it.
You do.
So you can't really tell for sure, I guess, unless you use it. But anyway, things like that. So we'll see. But a lot of areas, even some business, even in some companies now, they use apps on small products. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have a Chick-fil-A going up here. They have people outside in the drive-thru. They order stuff and they put it on a device.
I've seen that at other Chick-fil-A's.
It could be an iPad. I'm not sure what the device is, but they add it in on a device and that's sent in for your order.
Yeah, and like
it's a more personalized.
Well, I had an experience with a large company coming
Right.
to my house to do some repair work.
Correct.
And I had to sign the work order at the end. They have to have a record
Sure.
that they come for their company's records, and it was on an Android device. I guess a phablet. It was a large screen, but it was not a tablet.
Right.
And the guy was doing stuff in there, and he said, "I need you to sign." And he
Turned it that way.
turned
yeah.
it,
Sure.
landscape, and I signed on my finger and
Sure.
said, "Okay,
And lots of people do that now.
Yeah.
If you go to Walmart pickup,
you're right."
you do that.
Yep.
Very similar. Not maybe the device, but similar. It's more of a.
I think Walmart's moved to Android for their
It probably
in-store
is.
stuff like
Yeah,
that. for
Probably
those handhelds.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, when we come back, we have
Rumors.
rumors coming right up.
The rumor mill is churning tonight.
Yeah. Rumoring whether Bruce is
Well,
here or really not here, or it's his alter ego. Hey, Techie Show.
Yay.
Be right back.
Welcome back into the Hey Techie Show, where we got some rumors. Maybe.
We do coming up. We
Coming
sure
up.
do.
But before we do, Gary's want to hit that button. Do you remember back in 2017, a little company lost a little bit of information on all of us?
Oh, Equifax?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't know about it for a while.
Yeah, we did.
They lost it a wee bit.
But a couple people did.
Yeah.
And they said, sell.
I'm sure they did.
And-
some insider trading.
Yes.
Oh.
Remember the CIO? It came out like almost immediately after the CIO just dumped like all his stock. And we were like, now when's he going to jail?
Yeah.
And I think at the time they said, no, it was all above board. It's all above board.
So now fast forward to 2019.
Fast forward, he's been sentenced. We don't know what that sentence is yet, but he is going to jail. A manager, though, in July, an ex-manager, pleaded guilty in insider trading. It says in July. It just started July. Maybe this was last July. But he was only sentenced to 8 months of home confinement and was sentenced $50,000 and had to forfeit a little under $76,000. But the CIO, I think off his insider trading, made almost $1 million off of that.
Wow.
Well, I wonder how much this other guy made off of his insider's trading.
I don't know. It does not
Okay.
say.
All right.
It'd be interesting.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
you
just
gotta
trying
think.
to see if his punishment fit what he,
I mean,
what
you
he
got to think
made.
if he made 200,000, only had to,
I
only
don't
had
have
do
to.
75.
I don't need to carry my one.
And
I
he
get
has
it.
to stay at home for 8 months. I think it was worth it. I'm just saying.
Anyway,
Yeah. If he made $500,000 off of it, I think it'd be, hey, why not? Just I don't think the punishment fits the crime. These people knew what they were doing.
well, I'm sure
Absolutely know
that's
what they were
true.
doing. But now I can kind of understand. From their side. It's like they know about this terrible thing that's happened. They said, "Oh crap, I've got so much money in this. I'm about to lose it all." But if they would just look at history, they would know within 8 months it bounces back. It bounces back. They could wait. They could wait.
Well, probably.
They could wait until the news comes out and then buy up a bunch.
Oh,
and then say, we're going up, nothing but up from here.
we got two. We got two articles here that two different good folks posted about the same thing.
Well, when I think of good,
Define good.
Me and you, we posted
okay.
two of the same story. Go ahead.
We're the best. Fantastic.
Oh, sure.
More than good.
always
Great.
make sure to have different stories.
Well, I intended to.
Yeah, Bruce keeps Bruce keeps it interesting for sure. So
That's right.
We need rumors. Where's our rumor segment?
it's right here coming up.
Well, I'm sure everybody has heard by now that old Johnny Ives has moved on or is moving on in the process of moving on as
Say it ain't so.
as a internal Apple employee. However, he is moving on to his own consultation firm.
Johnny Ive and Associates.
Right. And basically
Theaters next week, and we were
What
going
the?
Theaters next week.
Was
and basically
you can edit that?
I'm
post.
getting to the rumor, by the way, but
Okay.
this is the preface. This
Yeah.
is the preface of the rumor, if you will.
It's the prequel.
Right, the prequel of the rumor.
Yeah.
That's what we do know. And
Yeah.
basically, I didn't want to bring that subject up because really nothing's changed when Apple. I mean, he's going to still, be a consultant on their products.
Well, Apple is going to hire his company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing really going to change as far as how he gets paid. I mean, that's basically the.
Well, I mean, it's
he'll be outside the company.
similar but different.
Yeah, but the end result will be the same. He'll be making decisions on it, and then they'll make the ultimate decision whether they like what he's got.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, it'll
But,
be
I mean,
a thing where since he's no longer been an Apple employee and not in that decision-making role, he just can consult with them and say, "This is what I think you should do."
Well,
And
yeah,
then Apple can
which is
say-
really what he was doing before.
Apple can take it or leave it. And I wonder if this is a way of Apple trying to kind of shoehorn him out in favor of somebody else. As almost conspiracy theory, but this is the rumor segment. So
I mean, that is a theory.
yeah.
So this is a headline.
Okay.
Tim Cook says Apple is working on products that will blow you away.
Hear that?
Yeah, it's going to blow you
I
down.
wish I had a sound effect for that.
So Guru, in your mind, what do you think some of the products are coming up? I mean, this is rumors. So what do we
The
think?
thinnest iPhone ever.
The thinnest iPhone ever.
USB-C on an iPhone.
Fastest.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
of course it'll be
none of those will be blown.
5 cameras on the iPhone.
I do know that
I'm
there's
just making stuff
possibly
up.
4.
How
Well, I guess
how about
one
a
on the
Mac?
front.
I got one. How about a Mac Pro that doesn't have a cheese grater on the front? Or
No, that won't blow you away.
Or an Apple Pro monitor that doesn't cost $1,000 for the stand.
No, that won't be it either.
Oh man,
You've already missed those rumors.
that's wishful thinking, I guess. Well, I said, but won't be $1,000.
I know that. No, that's no. I know.
Wishful
No,
thinking.
No, that's right.
Well, it's probably. It may be what kind of when you say he uses that quote, "will blow you away," almost like 10 years ago we were blown away. Well, it's been more than 10 now, but we got blown away by the iPhone.
Yeah, I know.
When it
We've
was first
talked about
announced.
that before.
So is it going to be one of those type of products that's going to be just a game changer?
I mean, some people
'Cause
have
whether you
said-
like it or not, like that was a game changer for the smartphone industry.
This I don't agree with, but hey, I've been wrong before about these kind of things. One of the theories is an AR glasses. I just don't see Apple in there.
I don't buy that one.
Nah, it just doesn't seem like an Apple product to me.
No, no. It'll blow us away though.
Some people are saying that maybe more fitness-oriented devices. Now,
But what else
now,
can you do?
That's what I don't understand. What else could you do? I mean, how much further can you get than
and if you did that, what type of market
would that be?
for that product? That's the thing. Apple, they don't tend to focus on niche markets, with the exception of like some of their pro stuff, like like the cheese grater Mac Pro. But most of their products have a wide audience, a wide customer base.
Yeah.
I would just think that would be such a narrow base.
Now, there's another rumor in theory. No, you're right. There's another rumor in theory that it isn't Apple that wants to remove Johnny Ives. It's Johnny Ives that wants to remove himself out of Apple.
And it may be. That may have been his decision to do this.
I think he.
Did he see the writing on the wall?
I mean, that is a good way to look at it. From what I have seen or read or heard some people say, is that he has been dispirited by some within the ranks about development, and because of that, he is deciding to try to get out day to day. Just consultant at
get
times.
out while the getting's good. Keep them at arm's length, so to speak.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, these are all just theories.
Yeah, it is.
None of this
we
is
have
fact.
nothing to.
That's why we call it the rumor section. So you can't quote us on it. We're just making theories. So I don't know. And Guru, you put this on here about the iPhone may launch Apple may launch an iPhone without Face ID.
Oh, I did put that on there.
But now
did I not? I didn't pull that link up.
Well, now I put it on there, and you put it on there too.
Oh, that was the one that was the exact same link, like the same 9 to 5 Mac.
Yes, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, the theory is that it's going to be in China, marketed to China.
I know. I would so want one.
And the reason is sort of odd too, that it would be a lesser model. Like
yes.
it would call. Well, see, but here's the thing. This article, and I can't take credit for this, but someone in this article points out, well, if that's the case, it looks like to me under-screen Touch ID would be as expensive to create and develop as Face ID would be.
Well, maybe they've already created it, and they decided. Follow me here.
Okay.
Let's say they've already created it, and they chose not to release it, and they went straight to Face ID.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
that would not be that wouldn't be a first time they've done.
I think it's more true that they would release a phone with Touch ID, just like it is on like the iPhone 8s.
But why would they go backwards? They love the small bezel and.
Well, but if it's to lower cost, potentially.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't get it for lowering cost. I'd get it because I want Touch ID. I mean, geez.
Well, now, one theory.
Tim Cook, I know you listen to the show.
Yeah, one rumor in this.
Come on now.
One rumor in this is maybe a fingerprint reader on the back, similar to other devices,
like Android.
Yes.
Kind of like where the Apple logo is.
Yeah, where they
that I have said
that
forever.
Yes, you have.
That is the perfect place.
Yeah.
You've said that forever.
It's perfect.
And Gary has another rumor on here too.
So lastly here, Apple hires ARM's lead CPU architect amid rumors of ARM-based Macs as early as 2020. These rumors have been swirling for quite some time that when is Apple going to pull the trigger and ditch the Intel platform? They kind of surprised everybody years ago when they left PowerPC and went to Intel. But there's been rumor, is Apple going to build their own chips? Or what are they going to do? Well, there's multiple reports that's indicating that Apple plans to transition to its own ARM-based processors in Macs starting as early as 2020. The company recently made a significant hire that leads credence to that objective ARM's lead CPU system architect Mike Filippo, I guess is how you say that, joined Apple last month. Based out of the Austin, Texas area, according to his LinkedIn profile, Filippo led the development of several chips at ARM between 2009 and 2019, including the Cortex A76, Cortex A72, and others. So it's almost like, it sounds like Apple is building their own chip, but it's based on the ARM architecture, and then they've now made apparently a key hire to kind of support those efforts. I think it's inevitable that Apple's going to go off Intel. But how soon? They're saying as early as 2020.
Yeah, I was going to say probably next year.
What would be the advantage? I mean, other than rolling your own chip and making the profit on it. I mean, that's certainly an advantage.
You control everything.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently they see potential, like they have full control of the hardware all the way down to the CPU level to where it's maybe more optimized for their operating system, or is it a supply chain thing to where they feel like they can
all of
lower cost, or they're just concerned
increase profit margins,
or are they concerned that if they lose their supply of Intel chips that they're done?
Does this help Intel in some way?
Be harder to create a Hackintosh.
Yeah, it would
be harder to do that. I'm thinking that this might benefit Intel in some way.
How do you think?
Well,
how
it could ramp up the chip war. In
I'm
a way,
sure Intel has their next 10 generation. I could find that out.
Yeah, I know what I'm thinking about is that it might ramp up the chip war in ways that, for instance, really Windows versus Mac, even more so than because Intel would want to win in that game. If Mac was going to come out with their own chip, they would want to say that they were the best of all the chips.
I don't think now people are really concerned. There's a small segment that are, they're Microsoft fanboys or Dell fanboys or Apple fanboys or fangirls, but I think it's less of a thing now where people are going to a particular platform because of that
chip speed.
Yeah,
I agree. As long as the product works, they're not going to care. I agree with you.
Okay.
Ignorance is bliss.
Well, I don't know if we call it that. I mean, that's not necessarily ignorance about that. They just don't care how it works.
Whatever is sexy, shiny, and cool, that's what people will buy.
I get that.
Yep.
I do.
And people will buy the cheese grater Mac Pro just because it looks cool. I've got a cheese grater on my desk. If I get hungry, I can just go grate. I can take a block of cheese and shredded cheese for supper.
Oh, good grief.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Well, anyway. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I think it's inevitable for Apple to transition off of Intel to something. And there's some credence to the rumors of an ARM-based Apple chip.
Here's something that's not a rumor to end our rumor segment.
Okay.
If Apple does create this, and if it's in more than their products, more than their mobile products, let me put it that way, if they put it in their actual PC line or Mac line, here's what I will tell you will happen. This is the best Mac ever.
Oh, of course.
Of course. It has the best chip.
Don't be doubting that now.
Ever made.
I know you sound a little facetious over there now,
Ever made.
You better respect the Mac.
And
respect Apple.
More people will be using this chip than people has ever been born. Okay?
You got it. Preach it.
I'm serious.
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
That's how it will be. That's how it'll be portrayed. Anyway, hey, how about this, Bruce, and all you folks who love it? Well, you love Tesla and interested in EVs and that in general. EVs are going to be required to have traditional engine sound to meet a new EU rule.
I think that's dumb. I really do think that's dumb.
Yeah.
Well, just give them.
The new regulations follows concerns that low-emission vehicles such as battery electric cars are simply too quiet for the road, making the risk for pedestrians, cyclists, and visually impaired individuals, among others.
Just give them this sound.
Yeah, that won't be
Where am I?
You're at the airport.
No, I think they make plenty of noise.
Let's see. According to the new ruling, a car's acoustic vehicle alert system (AVAS) must be engaged.
Danger!
Must be engaged when reversing or traveling below 12 miles per hour.
Okay, so very slow speeds.
That's gonna be annoying.
Beep beep.
No, I got something better than that. I'm an EV. I'm an EV. I'm in reverse.
I'm
in
driving
reverse.
here.
I'm driving. Yeah. I'm driving here. I'm driving here. I'm driving here. Yeah. That's
I
good.
think they make plenty of noise.
It'd be
I have no
It'd be
idea.
like
I don't-
Elon Musk saying that. It'd be like his voice. Hey, I'm driving.
Yeah, yeah, it would be Elon Musk. Yeah.
Speaking of Tesla, today they their stock had a surged after setting new delivery and production
That's
records.
correct. I had an article on that too.
They delivered, I guess,
They actually met their demand. I think they're
it jumped 7% in aftermarket trading today on July 2nd when we're recording the show. He set the expectations high for investors, Elon Musk did, in the company-wide email on June 25th saying electric car maker was on course to deliver a record number of vehicles throughout the quarter. And he wasn't exaggerating. The company delivered 95,200 cars during the first 3 months ending June 30th, 51.1% increase over an admittedly weak first quarter, and besting its previous record of 90,700 deliveries set in the fourth quarter of 2018. There you go.
wow. Last thing, that is interesting, Guru.
Yeah, I mean, just as an aside here.
No,
since we're talking
no.
about Tesla.
Last thing here. This is
we got
interesting.
about 10 more minutes. At least.
No. I know.
Yeah.
By 2021,
Yeah.
the EU the EU noted that all electric vehicles, not just new models coming to the market, must be equipped with this.
I think.
Now, how do you? How
We need to figure out the.
So you're going to have.
I want to know what's the best sound it's going to make. We need to have a contest.
Well, it'd be just like emissions, I was about to say emission scandals. You know, those emission
yes, but now
testings.
Right. Now, how would you go back? I guess you would have to take it to your dealer or whatever and say, I have to have this installed.
Well, it costs
It
you.
would cost you.
It absolutely will cost you. I don't
But
know.
it's based on a law that somebody's making me change a vehicle that's already made.
Yeah.
That's just,
That happens.
software update.
I suppose no. What do you mean software upgrade? Now, I think you'd have to have some physical thing installed
I mean, I'm sure Tesla could do a software upgrade and probably do it.
to make a noise.
Sure.
Mine makes a noise, but I don't want it to. It's the belt squeaky and needs to be tightened or
Yeah.
something like that. I mean, if I need to do
Well,
that,
they updated the Model 3 where you can like play video games
Yeah.
while it's charging.
It's fun.
I know that. That's not what I'm talking about. You guys are not seeing what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I guess not.
So I would be curious to know if there's some way they can make it make a noise outside the vehicle
Maybe.
of a speaker that's not there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to
see.
Well, that's fair statement. You don't know. I think they'll have to install something.
Put a little beeper. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, I don't know. It would probably wouldn't be hard to add.
It's like at the airport, the little golf carts. Beep, 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 beep. It's like
Yeah.
it's a fast, annoying beep. It's like, please. hurry
Well,
up and
I
go
have
by.
friends who are vision impaired, so I do understand
Yeah.
part of this.
But I guarantee they can probably hear an electric vehicle.
I'm not suggesting they cannot.
I know I can.
I sort of, yeah.
I can hear the whine of the electric motor.
Yeah, you just and you can hear the tires.
Yeah, you can. But maybe that's not loud enough for some people.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if you're both,
Don't go there.
I'm
please.
just saying.
I know.
If
but
you're
that's
both,
not going to help.
It's not going to help.
We know that. I don't
Yeah.
think anybody's not saying that. Nobody with
Let
intelligence.
me ask you this: you have broadband?
define broadband. I mean,
Well,
y'all are always wanting me
I
to
will.
do.
I will define broadband
I know. No.
in Obama era terms that
Oh,
were
good grief.
were 20 megs or greater, and
probably.
and with stupid Pi, I mean a Jet Pi, it's 10 megs. Do you subscribe to broadband?
I have broadband.
Okay. Do you have your own modem, or do you pay
No. Actually, I do, but I don't have it on. Long story. Well, it's just not needed.
Do you pay a fee?
I do. I don't know that I pay a fee.
You do. You just
It's
don't know.
I have one charge, and it may be in there, and I don't know it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I
don't
already know you already own your own
I own
modem.
my own modem, and I have broadband. Yes,
And you don't pay the fee that they would otherwise charge.
correct.
So if you're a Frontier customer, and even if you bought your own router,
Frontier.
Yeah,
Frontier.
But who would we?
Who's Frontier? Like,
yeah.
like the airline Frontier?
No.
Oh.
The company.
Okay.
You still have to pay a $10 rental fee whether you have it or not.
How
So,
can they call it a rental fee if you're not renting their equipment?
I don't know. And the thing is that this person has filed a complaint with the FCC,
Oh,
and they get a reply. Of course, they get a voicemail from Frontier saying that the router monthly charge is an applicable fee and it'll continue to be billed. And then the FCC sends a letter and says, "We feel like that they have addressed your issue." They're not being forced, so they are not renting anything from them. They are not getting anything maintained.
because if
they own the
if
equipment.
your equipment failed, it's not their equipment. Like, we're not going to help you.
Well, we're not going to help you, but you're still paying $10 a month.
Lord, that's crazy. So the FCC's kind of said we don't care about this.
But and then this is another thing too. Frontier says, "Well, we can reimburse you if you purchase a Frontier router, but not if you have one from somewhere else."
Well, we're tight here, so we're going to have to go to break. Hey, Techie Show. We shall be right back with our very last segment of the evening. Overclock Stack. When we come back, coming up. Hey, Techie Show. Welcome back into the Hey Techie Show.
You're not the one.
All right. Overclock Stack.
Ready, go.
Amazon customers can buy a tiny home for less than $20,000.
Tiny home.
Along with free shipping.
Oh, free shipping.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Get it, you can get it primed.
Yeah.
I need that prime, please.
According to this article
I
from
want to
Fox
see them deliver
Business,
that tiny home.
the retailer sells tiny homes.
How can that fit in the UPS truck?
I don't know. That have grown in popularity
Comes by
recently,
freight.
according to a survey by the NAHB, National
Well, that's a
Association of
pretty neat-looking
Home Builders. It says 53% of those polled said they would consider buying a home like that's featured on the HGTV program. Yeah, so while Amazon offers a small log cabin for less than $20,000.
I mean, now
Lila
they've
Vi-
arrived. You can get anything on Amazon.
Lily Villa,
Clean a house.
all wood cabin kit getaway.
I want to see this thing. Is it on? I guess it's on Amazon.
Yeah, apparently it is. And then, if you have been paying attention, Florida City fires IT employee after paying $460,000 Bitcoin ransom to hackers. It says here that the city manager, Joe Helfenberg, confirmed that the director of information technology, Brian Hawkins, was fired as a result of the attack, which hit servers, email networks, and phone lines. And basically, this here is interesting to me because
They paid it.
well, that too. They paid it so they could get their product, their data back. Or their data recovered.
They may get their data back.
Well, they may. Yeah,
Not guaranteed.
no, that's
Folks,
true.
back your data up. And if you're some sort of government entity, you're just like a business, back it up.
There was a document downloaded by an employee and not by the director of IT, by the way. The initial document carried the Emotet Trojan, which installed itself and subsequently downloaded another Trojan called TickBot and Ryuku ransom. And then it locked down pretty much their whole system.
So I've got one, but I don't have it pulled up.
Dum, dum, dum,
I'm getting there. I'm
dum,
getting there.
dum,
It's
dum.
about Azure.
As you're booting it up,
Yeah.
get some coffee.
So, headline: Microsoft developer reveals Linux is now more used on Azure than Windows Server. Isn't that kind of ironic? I mean,
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Not surprising, but ironic.
I was gonna say they're gonna be moving pretty much their entire platform to Linux.
So 3.5 years ago, Mark Rusinvich, Azure CTO of Microsoft, said that 1 in 4 Azure instances are Linux, so 25%. So in 2017, Microsoft revealed that 40% of Azure virtual machines were Linux-based. Then in the fall 2018, Scott Guthrie, Microsoft's executive VP of Cloud Enterprise Group, told in an interview with ZDNet about half of Azure's VMs are Linux. Well, now Microsoft Linux kernel developer Sasha Levin, in a request that Microsoft be allowed to join a Linux security list, revealed that, quote, the Linux usage in our cloud has surpassed Windows. Like I said, not surprising, but kind of interesting.
And last thing, Phoenix suburb approves tax break for Google data center.
Phoenix?
A Phoenix suburb.
Okay.
Yep. The Arizona Republic reports Mesa City Council approved development agreement for Monday for Google to build a $1 billion facility.
I wonder how the data centers coming in North Alabama for Google.
Well, apparently this little town's not afraid of Google. Let's see. They give Google a property tax break of $16 million over 25 years. So basically, they're breaking them off. They're giving them a break on property tax for a total of 25 years, and they'll probably get that back in other ways.
Oh yeah,
with that Google data center there.
Well, the jobs from building it, the jobs from the employees, and
we would love to continue, but another show comes up next. So the Hey Techie show is done. Hope you all have a great weekend. God bless, and have a wonderful night.